Hello, we are playing Baizhu Story Quest. I know I haven't played Diaz yet, but Xiao is in this one, so we're playing Baizhu first. Let's go. This is gonna be fun. What do I know about Baizhu? Not much. He's a doctor. He has a snake. The snake kind of gives him healing powers, I think, something like that. There was this video. That's about it. I don't know anything else. Chi-Chi's over there. You ruined my Xiao pools.
Are you lost?
No, I'm not. My name's Ayu, and I'm here because...
Because?
Hey there, Chi-Chi. Hi, Gui. What's going on?
I don't know who Gui is, but hi Gui, I guess.
Hi, Traveler and Paimon.
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost. I think he must be new to the city, probably wandered away from his parents and...
No, listen to me. I'm not the one who's lost. It's my dad.
You mean he's missing?
My dad's always been kind of forgetful. In the past, he was just a little slow to react sometimes. But I'm worried that it's getting more serious.
So, what about your mom?
She's dead.
She went out a few days ago to gather some herbs for my
mind.
dad, but she still hasn't come back. When we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millith guards for directions to the pharmacy. And then, when I turned back around, my dad was gone. I asked the Millith guys to go find him, but he said they won't be able to send that many people. So then I figured, maybe I can ask some other people in the city to help.
Okay, so you're just gonna go on a mission and ask every single person you meet to help find your dad? I guess?
You came to the right place. We're pros at finding people.
Very true.
Right, Traveler?
Yup, it'll be a piece of cake for us.
Changshen can help. She has a good sense of smell, like a dog.
Oh right, Changshan is the snake.
Hey, who's talking about me behind my back?
Hi.
Chengsheng, Chi-Chi meant that as a compliment. There's no need to be upset. Hello, child. You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy. How might we be of service?
He explains his father's health.
I see. And your family lives near Qingce Village, you say? I visit patients there frequently, but I don't recall ever seeing you or your parents.
Uh-huh. My mom doesn't like meeting other people, especially during Lantern Rite. She always tells me to just stay at home and keep my dad company.
Is that so?
That's hella sus.
Ayu, by any chance, is your mother's name Jiangli?
Whoa, yeah, it is. Do you know my mom, Dr. Baizhu?
I certainly do. Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing matters in the pharmacy at the moment? Ayu's parents are old acquaintances of mine, so I would very much like to assist with the search. Would the two of you have time to join me?
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu that we'd help.
Oh, really? Well, that's wonderful. We are most grateful for your support.
I cannot listen to this man's voice without thinking of the memes that went like, Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you come with me and Ayu? Let's start by talking to the Millith guards at the city gates, see if they have an update.
Okay. I guess. The Heart of Healing. Honestly, I'm just here for Xiao, but hi Chi-Chi.
His family. We have to find them.
Chi-Chi's so cute.
The city folks say there's no sign of him either. We need to start looking further afield. But where are we gonna get the people?
Is that?
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Hey there, buddy. Dr. Baizhu. What brings you out this way?
It's Sino's voice actor.
The boy asked for our help, so we're here to join the search. Any new developments to update us on?
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're running out of manpower. As for updates, I'm sorry to say that we've searched the surrounding area thoroughly, but didn't find anything.
But it is possible that he was bound for Luhua Pool.
Luhua Pool? The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
We'll take care of that area.
You will? Oh, great. We can't thank you enough.
Sorry we weren't able to find your dad, buddy.
That's okay. Thank you for trying.
Okay, but what if the dad just went back home on his own because he was confused and he was like, oh, I need to go home.
Dad, can you hear me?
Oh, is it that? Is it him? Is it his dad?
Oh no! It's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't go any further!
Is it just walking off the cliff? Nara's just standing still.
Watch where you're going!
Who was that? What's out?
Oh, dear customer, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but you needn't hasten the inevitable. Are you all right?
Oh my god.
Huh?
Dad!
It is his dad.
Hey, Hu Tao!
Hello.
My, who do we have here? It's the Traveler in Paimon, and
Baizhu.
my worst nightmare.
I was gonna say, is he like your enemy because he heals people?
Who am I?
Your mom. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Your name is Xiao Liang, and you live just west of Qingce Village. You were supposed to come to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. Remember?
Yes, I'm Jia Liang, and I need to see the doctor. Wait. Why do I need to see the doctor?
This is so sad.
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Boo Boo Pharmacy right away. Sorry, Hu Tao. Gotta dash. Dinner's on us next time.
Huh? Don't just blurt out things like that, Paimon.
Hold on a second. You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy in this state, are you?
Huh? Why not? What's the problem?
Come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Didn't your master teach you how to spot the signs? Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away, but you're planning to use it for your own ends?
Huh?
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon's lost.
Spill the beans.
There are traces of god remains in Jia Liang's system.
God remains?
Oh, yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that happens, the consequences will be unthinkable.
Paimon, sorry. What?
Huh?
God remains?
Oh, you stay quiet.
There's no need to worry, Director Hu. I have methods of keeping them at bay. It is the sworn duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives. What reason would I have to neglect a patient in need who is right there in front of me? Besides, it was my late master's dying wish to be able to save this patient in particular. Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace so that I have time to treat him?
Now you're bringing my great-uncle into this? Baizhu, just what are you planning this time?
Your great uncle was his.
Merely to cure this man, nothing more. But of course, if you have any doubt as to my intentions, you are more than welcome to accompany me to Boo Boo Pharmacy and monitor my activities.
Please do. That would be fun.
I'm happy to do it your way, but only for my great-uncle's sake and the travelers, of course.
Thank you.
You must be pleased you brought the Traveler along. Otherwise, this would have been a much more vexing ordeal.
Wait, is he using me now?
Well, time is of the essence. Let's get ourselves back to Boo Boo Pharmacy at once.
This man does save lives, but I don't trust him now. He's acting weird. I trust Hu Tao more than I trust Baizhu, and if she doesn't really like him, then there's something wrong with Baizhu. Is it a grim prognosis?
No. I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start tonight.
Oh?
Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then, Ayu will find his father healthy and lucid again.
Already?
Thank you, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you so much.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Hu, please feel free to hang around for as long as you wish.
However, it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be able to focus when treating a patient.
I'll just go and look at the flowers or something. But I will be back in an instant at the first sign that something's amiss.
You really don't trust him, huh? Bye.
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Oh.
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now. Come on, let's get started.
Oh, is he gonna use the snake to heal this man? Is that what's happening? I think what the story was is he uses his own lifespan through the snake and then heal the other person.
You know, Paimon's kind of curious after hearing Baizhu mention those people from his past. What do you think they were like?
You mean Baizhu's master?
Yeah, you must be curious too, right? Let's go see what we can find out while Baizhu's busy treating Ayu's dad.
We're just gonna dig around someone's past without them knowing? Okay. We could just wait until tomorrow and ask him ourselves. Hi, Hutao. You didn't trust him, do
While
you?
I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docks doing surgery. Hello, you busy bees, and what do you have to discuss with the funeral director today?
So...
Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess.
Okay.
From the looks on your faces, you've got some questions for me.
How did you know?
Guilty as charged. So, we were just a little curious about Baizhu's master. What was he like? Oh, and also, how come you and Baizhu could tell so quickly that Jia Liang had god remains in his system?
Also, what does that mean?
Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up, so our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the deceased to guard the border between life and death. These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but all the relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation, so we can identify gods' remains when we see them.
Oh.
Okay, Paimon gets it now. Wait, so how did Baizhu learn to spot them?
Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baizhu's master was my grandpa's younger brother, a former deputy director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Wow, fancy
Interesting.
that! Huh. So, if he was from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, how did he end up as Baizhu's master?
Yeah, that's interesting.
According to my grandpa, he and my great-uncle once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu Vale, where they met a pharmacist. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great-uncle, because after that encounter, he suddenly announced he wanted to leave the family business and go practice medicine instead.
Weird.
My grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in Chenyu Vale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other again.
Did he happen to have a snake that looks like Chung Chung too, or...?
Funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change.
It really is.
Kinda hard to imagine.
One thing I do know about Baizhu is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality. But whether that has anything to do with what he's hiding is hard to say.
Immortality?
Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation.
Right, so from the video that I've watched, right? Basically... Is this a spoiler for this story quest? Wait, was that video a spoiler? Was that a spoiler? Did I watch a spoiler? Oh no.
We'll just have to ask Baizhu himself about all of this tomorrow.
Look at Nahina's face! What is she doing? Why is she looking like that? Huh? That's kind of creepy.
Dad!
Papa!
Oh, are you?
Dad, you remember me!
Yes, I remember now. Oh, Ayu, I'm so sorry. You must have been worried sick. Has your mom shown up yet? She's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's probably dead, not gonna lie.
I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baizhu.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish.
I suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy and rest for at least the next few days.
Director Hu, do you have any further reservations about Jia Liang's condition?
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all. You really did manage to suppress it, huh? But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
Sus.
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. If
That was an
gives you
evil
any
laugh if
cause
I've ever
for
heard one.
concern, you may continue to monitor Jia Liang for as long as you wish.
He's got a headache. But she looks a little worse for wear. Something's wrong.
Yeah, I've been stuck indoors for too long. Baizhu, take me outside for some air, or I'm going to suffocate.
Yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Qiangsheng and myself for a moment.
Okay, bye. You're so sick.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my quick thinking, they'd have all seen the sorry state you're in by now. But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody? You should at least share your secret with one person you trust.
Can I be the one person?
Who's there?
It's me. Hi. I'm the problem, it's me. It's Taylor Swift, what's up?
Ah!
Oh, it's just me. I thought you were looking a little unwell.
Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
But he's just coughing, y'all chill.
What did I just say about putting on a brave face?
I love this snake, she's so cute.
Traveler, Paimon, the truth is, Baizhu did not cure Jialiang's illness.
Oh, she's spilling the beans now, okay.
Instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily subdue the poison in his system.
Life force.
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Qiangsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Qiangsheng's secret art to treat patients.
Uh-huh.
I believe the irregularities with Jia Liang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains as a key ingredient.
God remains, bro.
The poison has not been purged from Jia Liang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Qiangsheng as the delivery medium. This will suppress the poison's effects for a limited time.
For a limited time, so what do you do when it runs out? Are you sure you're okay?
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods. So, when you transfer your life force, does that mean you're actually damaging your own body?
Well, yes, obviously.
Hardly.
Oh.
Qiangsheng helps to keep my qi in balance, so there is no great harm done.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's body. And soon. Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone checking up on him.
Also, I realized I'm like wearing the same color. Almost the same color as his hair, and I didn't do it on purpose.
Entire life.
Yeah, you've got like 2 more weeks.
I think I should pay a visit to their family home and look for clues as to how he might have been exposed to it.
Do you know where his house is?
Yes.
Genshin Village.
I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in a secluded spot to the west of Kimz Village. Let's head there together once I've asked Gui and Chi-Chi to look after the pharmacy.
Alright. There's a house over there? Really? Have I ever been there? Wait, is that new? I don't remember ever seeing this in my entire life. There's no way. Has this always been here? No, it hasn't. There's no way.
Whoa! There's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Exactly.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Kimz Village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiang Li was trying to remain unnoticed.
Why? She's so sus.
You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. Jiang Li did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family.
She's weird. And suspicious.
The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
What?
All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiangli or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Okay.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
I still don't fully trust you. I still think you're secretly a harbinger.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions?
Nope.
You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
What are you saying?
What the? Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
It really was.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Jiangli has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a little light on this whole situation.
I don't trust you.
What is this?
What is that?
Chung Sheng and I found a hidden compartment. This is what was hidden inside.
God remains?
You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using god remains.
Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
The call of the... Wait. So back when Jialiang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading.
He was going back to Kimz village, that's what I said.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient. The mother lode.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jialiang?
His wife.
Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
Well.
Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
And since the kid brought him to Baizhu, it's not the kid.
You mean Jialiang? Why would he poison himself?
Wait, what? Himself? That's not what I was thinking.
Think a little harder, Paimon.
Oh,
Someone
I was gonna
else
say,
who
what?
lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting drugs.
Uh-huh, that also.
Huh? So you're saying it was Jiangli? Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
I'm sure she has her reasons.
I agree. It makes little sense.
Do you know a method to neutralize the poison?
Yes. According to the origins and symptoms of diseases, the minor lodes will disappear if the mother lode is purged.
Uh-huh, so?
So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jialiang's system without the need for any further treatment.
Great, how do we find the source?
Do you know anything about god remains in Qingce village?
Nothing concrete.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time.
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this?
Well,
Chung Sheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime.
Oh.
These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
That's fair.
Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
I know someone!
with how antisocial they are, if it were up to them,
they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
Actually, I do have someone that I can call.
What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler.
Sure
We are
am.
truly fortunate to have you on our side.
I know.
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
He wouldn't listen to you anyway. Xiao, you there?
You called?
I love when he does that. Stop being so scared, literally.
Gets Paimon every
It
time.
really does, doesn't it?
Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Not that I know of.
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
You know each other?
You two already know each other?
Our paths have crossed once before.
Now I got scared.
I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Yup, it is indeed.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison.
Yes.
Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Jinxa village.
Where?
The seal is still mostly intact. If the Cha is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground.
Yikes, that's disgusting.
However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak.
I see.
I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
I will. Thank you, Xiao. What are you looking at? The snake?
Nothing.
Do you know her?
I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but
But?
immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
How did he know?
Farewell.
Nah. He just walks away and then... Okay. Bye!
Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
Master! Master, there's a problem.
Did you run all the way here?
Gwei? Did you run all the way from Baizhu?
Paimon and I always have the same questions.
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
Is Chi-Chi okay?
It's Jiaoyang.
Okay.
He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Oh.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
That's weird.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed.
And that is?
Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
Your worst fear has been confirmed? What might that be? Did we take the poison with us? I think we did. Okay, we're good then. Run! 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 That doesn't sound good.
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
Chi-Chi is so cute.
How is he doing?
Well, what do you think? It takes...
He's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he?
It probably is.
Is there really no other way to save Jialiang?
There is. We already found the way, but we have to save him right now first.
Oh, please don't worry. Dr. Baizhu will find a way.
But...
Well, and otherwise your dad dies. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, he must not be okay.
Do you think he...
No, he's not dead, but let's go check up on him. Sir, are you good?
Huh?
Are you meditating?
You're finally awake?
Oh.
That That was far too risky. Even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice.
Could have just
In
let him
any
die.
case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something.
Oh?
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just...
What? You really think he died, huh?
Who's talking behind our backs again?
Paimon, of course.
Ah! Baizhu! Changsheng!
Are you both okay?
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. I merely had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Changsheng's help, I will recover in time.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis.
Oh?
Jialiang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment.
What?
And as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
Oh, wait. Is the poison actually, like, kind of helping him in some way, but now it's taking a turn for the worse because it's poison?
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jialiang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition.
I am so big brain.
Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs.
So that's why that happened yesterday.
Though it was created from god remains, this formula is not a poison in Jialiang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Yeah, but it's not good medication because it makes him forgetful a lot.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
So that's why she did it.
Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
Gather herbs, more like blood of an ancient god.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiang Li has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jialiang's life, Jiang Li has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Jiang Li would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Fate?
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind.
Fate, huh? Isn't that kind of what I do too? I kind of try and go around putting myself at risk to save all these people that I meet, so...
In any case, I have stabilized Jialiang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingce village and find out where Jiang Li is. Her regular exposure to god remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health.
This looks so sus.
And given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
Who's that? Get out of here! How long have you been listening?
Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
How long have you been standing there?
Please, let me come with you. You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiang Li's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way.
Sir, you need to rest, first of all. Second of all, it's not your fault that you have a rare heart disease.
I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
So true of you, Chong Chong.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
No?
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue.
You have a son!
So why should I fear it?
You have a son!
There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Why does everyone keep showing up, listening into our conversations? Hu Tao, get over here.
Very well. Then follow me.
Is she gonna save the day? Hi, Chi-Chi.
Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen, and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhu? Do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with the cauldron this time. You don't want to burn yourself again.
Again.
Okay.
What is she making?
That strange feeling is back. It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe?
Maybe both.
This way.
Did he even say goodbye to his kid? I'm sorry, but I'm pissed at this man.
Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
No. I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me.
Bro, you're gonna die.
Then let's hurry.
Yelly-trills. I hate fighting Yelly-trills. I really do.
Solidify!
I'm sorry. I don't think this was left here by the treasure hoarders.
I believe this censer was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense?
Then why are them Yelly-trills there?
Because we did run into that group of monsters just now.
Paimon!
The incense was burned several days ago.
Oh.
If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiangli was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This censer, it belongs to Jiangli. Yes, this was the place. This is where I told Jiangli to give me the poison.
Oh.
Jiao Liang!
I'm fine. Let's keep
You
going.
just coughed twice,
I can feel
Paimon,
it.
chill.
She is right below us, waiting for me.
He's gonna see his wife and then he's gonna die. I think it might be. Anyway.
Jiangli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
Oh, she's knocked out.
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Bring it on!
Die, you monster.
Dr. Baizhu, how serious is it? Is she...
Dead? I mean, she's moving.
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you.
Wow, lovely. This kid's gonna live without parents.
If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away!
But if we do, doesn't the guy die?
It's not as simple as that. The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here.
Yup.
If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect. And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working...
Exactly.
Oh no. Are you saying...
It's either the woman lives or the man lives.
Indeed.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him!
Well, I think we already have.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiangli have?
Like an hour.
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
You're thinking about that again?
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of god remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiangli have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment. That's all.
Yep, seems fine by me.
Baizhu, Changsheng, is there really nothing else you can do?
Am I the only one that isn't sad? I cried more over a mechanical crab, but why am I not feeling sad?
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others...
You think about yourself, sir. You did that.
I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Ayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurers Guild to search for you.
Yup.
So, I know that you'll both be okay without me.
He didn't even get to say goodbye to his son because he's a dumbass. What did he do?
I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
Okay, bye.
As you wish.
I'm just so, like, I just don't care enough. I care about the kid more than about this man. Like, I'm sad that the kid's gonna have to grow up without a dad. But this man, I don't know, he didn't even say goodbye. While Baizhu told him that this might be the last time he's, like, gonna go out. And he didn't even... Bruh. Kill it. Okay, that was less epic than I thought it would be.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch Ayu grow up.
Literally so dumb. Such a dumb decision. What did you get out of it? Literally nothing. You got to see them, yes, but what did they get in return? Pain. They got pain and suffering.
Don't fret, Ayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you, nothing will happen to our family.
That was a lie.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have.
Yep.
Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.
Jialiang. Jialiang! Jialiang! Jialiang!
Why is he alive? Wait, what happened?
Dad, are you awake?
Huh?
Jiangli, are you? Didn't I... Huh? What are these?
Oh! Are those the things Chi-Chi made?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Is he a zombie now? Wait.
Dr. Baizhu, I thought that I was going to...
Oh, you were.
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
He's like Chi-Chi now?
I'm a zombie?
Yup, good morning.
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely.
What about Chi-Chi?
Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I'm as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Hu finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jialiang's iron will.
Oh?
In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Hu's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jialiang to show us the way before we set off for Qingce village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Oh?
Without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli in time.
I knew someone else was listening in on that conversation.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Director Hu told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baizhu's attention.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell.
All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult than it needs to be.
That's nice of you.
Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
You stay away from my dad! When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good!
Okay, kid.
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng funeral parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you.
What about Xiao? He literally said immortality ain't a-
Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Yep, see ya. Xiao literally said that immortality isn't as great as it sounds. And he's right. This man has suffered for eternity. He's just... I don't know.
Is she finally gone? All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
Paimon's idea of a celebration can only mean one thing. Food.
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
Is that it? I think that
Wait
might
up!
be it.
I'll come too!
Oh, okay.
Baizhu, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation outside?
Oh, okay. I guess I am Baizhu now. What if I just run away now? Goodbye, world. I am Baizhu now. Woo! Wait, actually, I don't want this. Get me back up there, please.
Time flies. It's been so
When you
long
throw a
since
clock.
we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. I've
Sounds
taken
awkward.
a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life.
But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Not just that, you even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Huh. Told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changshang's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties.
Sir, you're insane.
The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old. And I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way?
Yes.
To live a short life, haven't given away our own for the sake of others? I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changshang to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that some of them I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
He can't.
I think you know the answer, Jiangli.
No.
Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hey, food's ready!
Okay.
Mom, come and join us. The Traveler taught me a load of new recipes and said even Dad will be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
What can I say? I'm awesome.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
You're dying is what you're
I can
doing.
only hope so.
What did Jiang Li mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay?
Also, when Changsheng was talking about fate, what did she mean exactly?
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Jiang Li's master, has passed away at a young age. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
Yes, other people.
It is a very long story.
Is it? Oh, is it the cutscene that I've seen before that I played the story quest?
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge
It is
to
indeed.
rid the world of pain and suffering. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force.
Oh.
She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients?
So true of you.
What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison?
Poison.
Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Kill the snake.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojun. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So
And it
be
happens over
Close your
again.
eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
But how?
Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison. Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one.
So you're just taking every single disease and poison you find until you find something for immortality?
I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Changsheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it?
The elixir of immortality.
Precisely. I will be Changsheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me. You're getting greedy, Baizhu.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human?
True.
For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Wow.
Dr. Baizhu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
We also have coconut milk.
Cocoa goats.
Changsheng and Paimon.
The cocoa goats.
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
Oh, Paimon.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
Oh, thank God it's over. I mean... that was intense. I don't know what to think about all that. You know what I do think? Immortality ain't the way to go. I will say Baizhu is a very interesting character. I do not know what to think about his pursuit to get immortality. I think I'm more on Hu Tao's side. Definitely am, actually. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye. Your mom's an antiquity.